We'll learn from Vidya about the trends in video content creation industry and how technologies can play a role.
So the goal is how can you produce the highest quality video content and be the fastest from recording video to actually publishing the video content. Destiny spends about $600,000 on his video editing team.
Vidya, can you a little bit more elaborate on how the AI technology is being used to help video creation process?
So first of all, I have to say right off the bat that we're not competing with CapCut, right? And we'd be able to envision that with AI a lot faster than we can even dream of today. Right? Every entrepreneurship brings a different set of challenges, and there are always challenges in this path. Every bit of that experience is worth it.
Hello everyone. A very warm welcome to your own Silicon Valley Tech Talks channel. This is your host Faisal Vattu from San Jose, California. The topic of our show today is video content creation with the use of new technologies such as AI. The trends in video content creation have really flourished in the last decade or so, thanks to the social media platforms like YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, etc., who have really provided easy platforms to common people to share their video contents with their communities and outside. In addition, the advancements in smartphone and other gadgets have also simplified the video content creation process. But the story doesn't end here. AI is providing a big leap forward in providing that ease in the video content creation process. We are fortunate to have Vidya Narayanan as our guest today. Vidya is co-founder and CEO of a company called Rizzle. Rizzle is providing an AI-based platform for video content creation. Before founding Rizzle, Vidya has served in corporate leadership roles at Google and Qualcomm. We'll learn from Vidya about the trends in video content creation industry and how technologies can play a role. So without any further delay, let's go and talk to Vidya. Hello Vidya, welcome to our show. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well, Faisal. Thank you for having me. Excited to be here today.
Awesome. So Vidya, for our audience, can you briefly tell us what is the core value Rizzle is offering? How do you differentiate yourself from the alternatives, and who are your target customers?
Yeah, definitely. Let me talk about one of our main segments, which is YouTube. And for YouTubers, our North Star metrics are to save them time and money while preserving or even improving the quality of the content that they're producing. So the goal is how can you produce the highest quality video content and be the fastest from recording video to actually publishing the video content. So to this end, we focus on three things. Bringing richer content for people to include as BRolls, where people don't have usually the time or the money to go procure all the BRolls they need for their video content. So we have made content partnership deals with Getty Images, with MapTyler, with Statista, so that we can bring editorial stock footage, creative footage, maps and charts and infographics to your video content. So that's one of the areas in which we differentiate. The second is faster editing. So being able to take a 1-hour podcast, being able to quickly create teasers, highlights, and clips and short form content that you can then share on various platforms. And the teaser, for example, if we just deep dive into one of these things, the goal of the teaser is to get more people to watch your full video. So we would take the entire video and create a 30-second to a 1-minute teaser that goes in the front of the video that maximizes engagement, that creates anticipation. All of this is an extremely tedious editing activity today. If you look at the YouTubers, they spend 30 hours editing, to produce for an input content that may be 10 hours long. And so it's a long and time-consuming process, and that's what we're making it easy to do. And the third aspect is really about being that one-stop platform for YouTubers, where we are also focusing on bringing custom thumbnails. Basically, you bring in your video, you get B-roll content, you get the faster editing process to create these teasers and highlights and clips. Also make your custom thumbnails, and publish all of those at once to YouTube. So that's how we're differentiating ourselves. Now, if I kind of share a little bit more insight into what brought us into this area. If you look at the YouTubers, there are large YouTubers, like, for example, just take Destiny, for example. Destiny spends about $600,000 on his video editing team. He actually shares about 43% of his YouTube revenue with his editors. Now, large YouTubers are able to do that and able to manually put in the effort necessary to get their videos out there at the highest quality. But most people cannot afford that. I mean, I've tried my hand at video editing. It takes me infinitely long, and I cannot nearly get the kind of output quality that I want to get to. So that's what we're improving for the YouTube segment. So this is one of our most important customer segments right now in terms of focus.
Great. Thanks for sharing, Vidya. Vidya, can you a little bit more elaborate on how the AI technology is being used to help video creation process? Is it Gen AI which is being used? How does it really work, and how does it really help?
Yeah. So generative AI is definitely a big part of what we use, but we use a lot more than that. There are, again, about 3 or 4 areas in which AI plays a big role in what we do. The first one is understanding the transcripts and the context of the input itself. And for this, we would analyze the text using large language models. And here we are enterprise partners with OpenAI and Anthropic to make this happen. But we also do a number of other language analysis on top of the LLM output in order to correctly identify the context of the conversations, the context of the narration, etc. And then we use computer vision for analyzing the visual component of the video itself, being able to identify who's speaking and at what time and what kinds of objects are present in the video and what is a scene-by-scene analysis of what's going on. And in the third area, we do a lot of analysis on the audio to understand the emotions and the exciting parts of the video that we can extract based on the audio analysis. On the BRolls, we do a number of things such as identifying when to use B-roll, when to show the speaker, when to show B-roll stock footage, for example, what media to use. Like, if you go and search for a term on Getty, you'd get thousands of results. And how do you pick the best type of stock media B-roll that is suitable for this conversation? And as we pick that, how can we ensure diversity across different creators who are using the platform so that, when everybody talks about let's say Joe Biden, we're not showing the same shot of Joe Biden for every single video that's being created, and so on and so forth. Lastly, we have a number of advanced video technologies to determine what is the layout scheduling, the media scheduling aspects of things, and also when to apply sound effects and the visual effects to the videos, the transitions, the animations, and at what levels, and so on and so forth. So these are, I think, a variety of areas in which AI plays a big part in how we create the platform itself.
Cool, thank you. I think you kind of touched on this point earlier, but I want to highlight this again. For common people, it's very easy to create video contents from smartphones and stuff, right? But when it comes to editing the videos and using this software they have on laptops and stuff, they struggle with it. There's learning curve, right? So how can we bridge this gap, from content creation, which can be from gadgets like smartphone and stuff, and producing really high quality video contents in a very easy way, and even common people can do it with ease?
So first of all, I have to say right off the bat that we're not competing with CapCut, right? So we're not trying to create a solution for the hundreds of millions of people who are just filming on their smartphones to create short form, fast but exciting content. CapCut does a brilliant job of that. TikTok itself has a number of different creation tools for that, obviously. So that is not where we're competing. We are producing solutions for the middle tier of creators who want to create high quality video content with B-rolls and with being able to add these animations and transitions and being able to bring several different cuts of their longer form content to their audiences in multiple different ways, like creating the short form from a long form content, repurposing content, etc. So this middle tier of creators today have to learn fairly complex tools like Adobe Premiere Pro or After Effects and Final Cut and all these tools in order to actually make their video happen, which is an extremely tedious process. Like if I look at my own life, I have no time to learn these tools, and I've actually tried Photoshop briefly and have given up completely on those things, right? So that's the tier of creators for which we are creating our solution. And here, we're building a platform that is infinitely more intuitive to use and faster to use. And this is all made possible because of AI today, where it's possible to eliminate certain tedious parts of the editing process, or at least give creators some help where maybe what takes 10 hours takes 15 minutes to do now. And that's where we're focused on bringing the most.
Thanks for clarifying. So for the segment you are serving, what are the key trends you are anticipating in next 5 to 10 years in video creation, and what kind of technology advancements you think are needed to cope with it? I know we have AI today, but where does it need to be in next 5 to 10 years to cope with the needs of the users?
Yeah, there's a lot of excitement in AI today. It's definitely moving at a rapid pace. I'm personally in the area of video. I'm very excited by the foundational model enhancements that are going on with technologies like Sora and VO that Google just announced, right? So it's a rapidly expanding area. It's super exciting to watch the advancements there, where I'm thinking about how we can supplement our own B-roll strategy using these foundational models. Like today, we use foundational models for text. We use it for audio, for generating AI voiceovers, for example. But tomorrow, I also envision us using foundational models to create snippets of video content that can be incorporated. And certain areas like fantasy and high computer graphics usage and these types of things are going to become easier and easier to do with these foundational models that are coming up. So I'm excited for that future where we can add in video foundational models as part of our overall stack and be able to provide an experience which is much more even customized than stock media today, right? So that, I think that's where the biggest disruption is going to be. It's going to be possible for people to dream up a scenario and talk about what if Spider-Man did this, or what if a superhero was capable of doing X, and we'd be able to envision that with AI a lot faster than we can even dream of today, right? So that's, I think, the most exciting piece of this technology for me.
Great, thank you. So Vidya, you had corporate leadership roles at big corporations like Google and Qualcomm. You left that and started an entrepreneurial journey. What triggered that? Because it's always risky, to do startups and leaving that stable job environment. And what advice you will have for people in big corporations who aspire to go to entrepreneurial stuff and maybe hesitant, not able to do that?
Yeah, it's a tough choice. The way I would say this is, I left Google with some dreams, but no concrete plans of what I was going to do. But today, I still dream, which is extremely important for having an entrepreneurial spirit. But then I do have very detailed and structured plans and a strategy towards what we're building and where we're going. And I think that's the key thing. The plans don't have to be right, but they do have to be very detailed in terms of what you're going to do. And they do need to, come together towards a strategy. And when new information is presented, we must be able to revise our strategy, revise our plans as we go along. And that's what the entrepreneurial journey is always about: learning new things and adapting to market feedback, changes, and being able to maneuver that in a very agile fashion, right? So I would say to people who are on the fence about whether they should pursue an entrepreneurial path, the key thing is, if you have the resilience in you, you should absolutely pursue the dream, but you should be sure to create that concrete plan that is going to help you achieve a strategy that you have or a goal that you have, right? And that's the key thing. there's no easy answer. Every entrepreneurship brings a different set of challenges, and there are always challenges in this path. So there's never a scenario where and I kind of say that entrepreneurial is fun in a very masochistic way that only other entrepreneurs can relate to. So you have to experience it to know what it is. But at the end of the day, I would encourage anyone who even has a passion to build something to go do it, because at the end of the day, every bit of that experience is worth it.
Thank you very much, Vidya, for joining our show. I'm sure our audience learned a lot from your insights.
Thank you for having me again, Faisal. It was great speaking with you today.
Sure. Thank you.